Welcome back, guys. So in the last video we started looking at the table elements and what goes into creating a table in HTML, and as you can already see, it's quite a lot because first of all you have to define the table element, and then inside the table you basically have two elements: the table head and the table body, right? And then inside the table head you have a row, and then inside the row you have the title of each column, right? And then you have a corresponding table data for that row. So this row represents this row in the head. So one thing to keep in mind, every table row in the head, or let's say every table row inside the body represents this, the table row in the head, basically. So when you have table heads, like 5 table head inside the table row inside the head, you are going to have exactly 5 table data, right, inside the table row in the table body. That's what it means, because each of the table data inside the table row that you have in the table body represents represents or corresponds to a table head inside the table row inside the T head. I hope that makes sense. So always keep that in mind. Now, as far as structure goes, yeah, we have a table, but it doesn't look great. So remember, we said HTML is really not about presentation. HTML is about structure, right? So you can already identify a structure here. Email corresponds to this value, phone corresponds to this, first name corresponds to this, and last name corresponds to this. Doesn't look great, but the structure is there. Now what we want to do, we can always use CSS to make this look as beautiful as we want, but even before we get to CSS, there's something we can do with our HTML that will kind of add some sort of structure to this table, and that's to add a border attribute, and we just set it to true, and then it looks a lot more decent. I mean, it can be a lot better than this, but I think this is better than what we had previously. There's a lot we can do in terms of presentation, in terms of styling. We're going to talk about that on an entire different topic, which is CSS. Yeah, so CSS is where we define the look and feel of our web page. Okay, so let's do with this. So if you want to add more rows, it's definitely possible. So all you need to do is within your table body, you can do that. Just copy the tr, which is the table row, and then paste it here, and then it gives you another row, only that the data is the same. So you can always change this. So you can call this Smith at gmail.com. The phone number, just change a couple of digits and then Smith Doe. And then save this, and there you go. You have another row, and if you wanted to add another row, you could go on and on and on until you have as many rows as you want. You can always increase the number of columns by adding extra. For instance, you could add address. Hold on. You could decide to add address here. So now it will be expecting 2 table data to fill in for address. So for now, we're just going to duplicate these 2, and then okay, we actually needed 1, not 2. Okay, just like that.